Hey, it's Gabby and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is inspired from the new Netflix show Love, Death, and Robots, and this is the character that we are recreating today. So she is from the third episode, The Witness. I just know when I saw her, I was like obsessed with her whole entire look, and I wanted to try and do my best to recreate it. So it was kind of hard to pinpoint certain things about her because in different environments and different lighting, she looked different. Like in some environments, her hair looks black, some it looks dark purple, and then kind of based on some pictures, it looked like she had just kind of like purple streaks. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just stick with black hair. I got some faux bangs I'm gonna put in. And then the other thing was the lip color. There is one close-up that I saw that looks more of like a magenta color, and then most of the time it looks like a black purple. So I'm gonna stick with like a dark purpley lip. And yeah, those are the kind of like the main things to make this all kind of come together. So if you want to see how I am going to put this look together, just keep on watching. So first I am starting things off with primer, foundation, and concealer. I'm just gonna get my base down. So I'm using my Hourglass primer, is an oil primer, the Fenty Beauty foundation in 310, and then I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty concealer in 310 as well. Your amount of coverage is up to you. I like a nice medium natural looking coverage, so that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do, and then we can jump back in after I'm done. All right, so we got our base down. I'm gonna spray my face a little bit just because I feel like I'm looking a little dry, and then I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty powder. I use the color Cashew, and I'm just gonna go in with the lightest amount to just kind of set my under eyes, just so you don't have any fallout from shadow or anything like sticking there. This looks messy, but I mean, you want to be controlled messy. So I think next what we'll do is we'll go ahead and prime our lids. I use the Urban Decay primer potion. You can use whatever. I have problems with creasing in my lids. Even though I'm dry, like my lids will always wear away shadow quick. So I always just like to dabble a little bit on, it mattifies my lid and typically makes my eyeshadow last pretty much all day. I have very minimal issues with my eyeshadow. Okay, for colors, we're gonna get into eyes. So the main colors you need are a purple, a black, a blue, and a red. There also looks like there might be a little bit of pink and green in there as well, so that's kind of up to you, but that's kind of where I'm sticking in those main four colors. So you can use whatever palette you have to get those colors. If you're looking, I think the James Charles palette might work. I don't know, I don't have it. I have the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette. That'll work. I'm using a combination of palettes that I already have. So the first one I'm using is this Urban Decay Kristen Leanne palette, because it's got this nice purple and the black, you know, it's got a good colors. And then there's also the Iluvsarahii Through My Eyes palette from Colourpop, and this one. I might just stick with these two to make it easier on myself. But yeah, so again, just as long as you have a purple, a black, a blue, and a red, you should be fine. All right, so first things we're gonna do, we're gonna go in with purple. So this one's called Dye. I am taking a big, like all over shadow brush, and you are gonna just pack your lid with that first. So the best part about this look is that it's pretty redeemable. Like you don't have to be too cautious. You don't wanna get too crazy and muddy up everything, but you have some room, some wiggle room to not worry about being precise or messing up. So we're gonna go ahead and pack the lid with purple. Okay, so as you can see, we kind of got that built up. I'm going to go in with a blending brush first. This is a Morphe, I don't know, Morphe R40. So it's a big fluffy brush. And then just kind of blending into the crease a little bit. You can kind of pick up a little bit more of the purple as well to add into that blend. And you know, you can make sure you clean your brushes because I'm also getting some transfer. But that's not that big of a deal in this look again, because it's gonna get pretty intense pretty fast. Okay, so the best way to deal with this black is to slowly build it up. So I'm taking a more small blending brush and, you know, going to start packing that in to the crease. And you don't want to use too much. So just add a little bit, blend. Okay, so this is what we're starting with. Very messy, but, you know, controlled messy. So next I'm going to work on adding the individual colors. So I'm going to take this flat brush. This is just one of those Anastasia brushes. And on this side, I'm going to work on packing in the blue. And then on this side, packing in the red. So I'm just coming into this color called LCW in this same Kristen Leanne palette. And working this outward. So just kidding, it's more of like a pinky purple color. So I'm starting with the blue and then I'm adding this pink color over top. And then see, we're getting all this fallout, but that's fine because we're gonna brush that away. So just gonna add this pink in, and you can just use whatever brush you want to kind of like just brush that off. So the trick with this is it's not super defined, so you want to use the black to kind of cut it off so there's some separation. And you can even wet your brush or something to kind of build up that intensity. So do that, and then you can come back in with the black. And then, you know, kind of break up the difference. That's kind of what we got going on there. It's not directly connected. There's the black that's kind of separating those colors. So then also with the same eye, this is where the blue comes in. So I'm taking this smaller little brush here and dipping into that blue. And she's kind of got like these lines kind of coming out. So something like that. And then again, just coming in and blending into that black. So we've got kind of something like that going. And now we're going to come back in with this brush and start working in the purple on the lower lash line. So now coming over to this eye. So I'm just gonna wipe off the excess shadow from this brush. Use the same brush to work on this eye. So this is where I'm coming in, dipping into red. And doing the same thing. You can see we got this nice red dip going on. Come back in again and then cut it off with the black. So then on this eye, she's got kind of the red accented a little bit in here. And then we're gonna come through purple. And then we've got some red as well up in the inner corner here. And then on the opposite eye, blue on the inner corner. So that's kind of what we got going on. Very messy, but still controlled messy. So one more thing I noticed when I zoom in on her eye, she has like kind of like a triangle wing. So that's what we're gonna work on real quick. So this one came out better than and more like what I was trying to go to. So let's try and fix that real quick. I'm just gonna pat over it more with some extra eyeshadow. And if not, then, you know, oh well. A little mistake, not a big deal. All right, so next we are going to add some lashes. These are Slayer lashes from Rouge and Rogue. And I'm just using some dark brush on duo lash glue. And then while those dry, I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara. This is just like a little sample size of the Milk Makeup Kush mascara. You honestly could probably just do mascara and call it a day, but I love lashes. All right, so while I wait for the lash glue to get a little tacky, we're gonna work on eyebrows a little bit. So her eyebrows are really I don't wanna say fucked up, but they're really messy. They're not filled in all the way. They're purple, and it kind of fades out. So I'm just working this angled brush up into purple shadow, and we are just gonna flick that into the brow. So it's not gonna be like super prominent, but we're only gonna work it into like about half the brow. We're gonna leave them kind of smudgy, and what I did was I kind of flicked this outward up, so there's like a definite like drop off from where they're filled in, and just kind of like smudgy the hairs in the opposite direction that they grow, so that way they look a little less full. And you can like smear them and stuff. I'm gonna take my brow gel and I'm just gonna brush these hairs the opposite direction and then brush up my actual, you know, the colored part in the correct direction, just so it looks a little more messy. Okay, add these lashes now. All right, so this is pretty much where we're at with the eyes. I would recommend going in your waterline with a black if you have it. I can't find mine, but that would be a good addition to your waterline. So now we're going to move on to nose and face. So she's really heavily blushed here on her nose as well as her cheeks. So I'm taking this super pinky blush. This is just a Sephora collection one in the color Date Night. So it is, if I can open it, I can never open these. There you go, just super pink. So you want to just go in with the blush. Then I'm going to take the blending side of this Anastasia brush and I'm going to dip back into the red color just to make the tip of the nose a little bit more like that. You really want to concentrate on the apples. It's almost like very clownish, I would say. And then you can start working it backwards a little bit. You can push it in a little bit to connect it to the nose. And then I would take this blending brush and just kind of like contour a little bit around your nose, because she's got some darkness right here. So it's not completely fully blushed. So just adding a little bit of shadow to the sides of the nose to darken that up. And then blending that a little bit. Okay, so she's also got a slightest bit of blush on this eye right in here. So I'm gonna add that just on this side. So it's kind of like right here on the bridge of the nose, well, on the side of the bridge of the nose. Just kind of like a little spot. Then she's got these lines. The one with the blush, it kind of drags down here. So I'm using this one. This is almost like a dried out eyeliner. It's almost empty, so it's not gonna come out super heavy. And it's kind of like here. And then it like dashes. It's not completely connected. And then on this side it's higher up. yeah, kind of like that. So that's kind of like what we're working with there. It looks like she's got a little bit of a beauty mark here. I really wish I knew what I did with my black. Oh my goodness. Oh, hey. I got really excited. I found it. It's just right here. All right, let me add this to the waterline real quick. There we go. That intensifies the eye more. And I'm keeping it here. I'm not taking it down into the duct. All right. So she has a little bit of a faint beauty mark right here. She's got one on this side. There. And then she's got this little like swirl. So I would start the swirl kind of like that. And then dab it because it's kind of like softer than this. That's kind of big, to be honest, but yeah. I'm gonna take this powder brush and try and build this down a little bit. I don't think that helped, but you get the idea. Okay, now for lips. So lips I am using from NYX. This is the Liquid Suede. Oh, Put It On. That's what that's like the shade name. So I am going to completely cover my lips first, like just normal. So the streak comes off this side with the red, and then there's a little bit of a mess up on this side. So I'm just gonna kind of dab it around there. Like that. Then I'm gonna dip back in, wipe off the excess, and I'm gonna put it, let me see. It kind of wipes up a little bit. So I'm gonna turn. Like that. So obviously it's a smear, so you can do whatever you want with that. But that's kind of what we're working with. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of blush underneath the lip. And then to add a little bit dimension, you wanna add kind of like a pinky color. This is just some random sample size I had laying around. This is a Kat Von D liquid lip in K-Dub, and I'm just adding it to the center. So you can see it's super pinky, so whatever you can find to add, and then kind of blend. So see, it subdues. It doesn't stay super vibrant. Just want to add that to the middle for some dimension. See? So I think that pretty much completes the face. So now I'm going to add some bangs. These are clip-in bangs I got off Amazon. I will link anything I got off Amazon because I also bought a choker and my kimono. So let's see if I can get these in successful again. These also came with an ugly bump in them, so I ran through them with the straightener and they worked out fine. So let's see. I've also got a little forehead, so this is always kind of like a challenge. And then we're going to pull our hair into pigtails. backwards a little bit. So you can manipulate these with bobby pins because they're kind of messy, so you don't really have to have anything like super precise or defined. Okay, so now this is what we're working with. And then, also Amazon will be linked. Okay, so you could stop here and be good. The other thing she's got going on is she's got these markings on her body. They're just kind of like scribbles and circular figures and stuff. My boyfriend wanted to help me out do it, so he is going to go ahead and do all that on my arm for me. So you will see that right now. All right, so here we are with our body art going on. So for the purple side, I used this hashtag metal from the Lipstories collection, from the Sephora collection. That's a lot of collections. And it's kind of got like a little bit of sparkle in it. I bought this Starlit Studio from Target. It's a roller ball with glitter, but it didn't really work out that well. So, I mean, use that at your own discretion. I mean, I was kind of worried it wasn't gonna work. And then for this side, it is the Coquette Colourpop Iluvsarahii collection collaboration. And that's what's used on this side. So that's what we got going on. And then this is just liquid eyeliner across. I thought this was a fake line when I saw her looking through the window, but it is actually a real line. But yeah, so that's what we got going on. So this is where we can stop. A couple things to add on. After her tussle and fight and everything, you know, she gets blood on her face. So we've got some spray blood here for that. And then also for an alternative costume change, if you want to take off the bra, then you have the kimono. Trying to not get my boobs in this. So now we've got a little sultriness going on. Shoulder, little kick up, a little bit of a variation. So I've also got some spray blood here, aerosol spray blood. I haven't used this in forever and I know it's messy. I'm super nervous. Okay, I mean, that's not exactly what I wanted it to do. I really don't know the spray radius, so I'm scared to just douse my face in blood. You know what? I guess we're just gonna have to yellow it. I don't recommend this. If you have normal blood, try that. Okay. Keep your eyes closed. Well, it sort of worked. I mean, the best part about this, it does look like you got sprayed blood from shooting somebody. Oh, right. That is not what we were going for up here. Okay. We'll do a little bit more on this side and call it good enough. You know what? Good enough. We got some blood going on. It's, you know, more than what we needed, I guess. Now we're, you know, a little more bloody. So, I think this is good enough. This was not a good tutorial with the blood situation, but this is what we've got going on. So, maybe look to somebody else for a blood spotter tutorial. But this is what I did, which was not a good idea. So, yeah, this wraps up this portion of the look. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed my take on the girl from The Witness from Love, Death, and Robots. And I hope to see you in my next videos. Please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.